Hello and welcome back to Culinary Haven. Today we're making a very good recipe. It's called Bazlama. It's a Turkish flatbread similar to a well-known pita bread, only it's bigger, softer and fluffier. Absolutely delicious. You can eat it with anything like roasted vegetables, cheeses, cold meats, or just on its own. Absolutely delicious. Let's begin. So we'll start with sifting the flour, 500 grams of bread flour into a large bowl, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of yeast. Sift it all together. We'll make a little well in the middle. And to that, we're going to add 160 grams of Greek-style yogurt and 170 ml of warm water. And we'll just mix the dough. When the dough comes together, we're going to add a tablespoon of olive oil. So you can see at the moment, doesn't look great, but it will be. When all the dry flour is incorporated and the dough comes together, then we'll add the olive oil. It's not difficult to make, and we love it so much that that's what I make now instead of pita bread, actually. That's pretty much all the dry flour is in. Now we're adding a tablespoon of olive oil and mixing it in. Even though it might seem like at first the dough is too dry or too stiff, don't worry, it will be fine. Don't add any more liquid or yogurt or oil. You don't need anything. This is a perfect amount. It will all work out perfectly. See? We're going to make 4 Bazlama loaves. Loaves, they're not loaves. Flatbreads out of this dough. Okay, it's good. Now we have dough, shaggy but already in one piece. Now I'm going to transfer it onto the worktop. Just a couple of drops that left from that spoon of olive oil, and knead the dough. It will take, depending on your strength and skill, anywhere between 7 to 10 minutes. So what you do is you stretch and pull back like so. You stretch it with the palm of your hand and then pull it back. We're developing gluten, and even though at the moment the dough is completely shaggy, it's not stretching, it tears. If you pull it, it will all change in a couple of minutes. As you go, and the dough will gradually become smoother, but at the same time it might get harder to stretch it. So to help, you can do this technique. You hold the dough and just slap it on the worktop a few times. It relaxes and helps to knead the dough. It's really hard to stretch. So here we are, look at that. From a shaggy dough to a perfectly smooth little ball of dough. Now we're going to tidy it up. Get a large bowl. Lightly grease it with olive oil and a little bit on top. Put it in, cover it with cling film and let it rise until it doubles in volume. So this is our dough. It's more than doubled in volume. So puffage there. Look at that. Beautiful. So we'll just punch it down on a clean, dry surface. We are going to sprinkle some flour. Take the dough out and divide it into 4 equal pieces. So we fold each piece and shape it into a ball. Just pinch it and shape it into a neat little ball. Do the same with all of them. And now, after all this manhandling, we need to let it rest and relax for 10 minutes. So just put the bowl on top and just 10 minutes. So time is up. Oh, they even got connected with each other. So take the first one, flour the rolling pin, and gently start rolling. So the most crucial part here is not to make any holes, not on top, not underneath. So go gently, it will roll out perfectly, don't worry, go easy, because they're dry fried. So we need the flatbread be intact, and then when it puffs up and cooks, the hot steam will cook it from the inside, and of course the frying pan will cook it from the outside. So just gently, no rush. So the first step is to roll it into about 15 centimeters in diameter, and put it aside, and then go with the rest and do the same, all 4 of them. Just gently, go gently. You might get little bubbles on the side, just ignore it, just leave it as it is. So that's the second one. Let's check. It's 16 centimeters. We need to roll them out into 20 centimeters rounds, 20 centimeter in diameter. So we'll just let those rest whilst we're rolling out the other 2. So that's the fourth one, partially rolled out. And now we're going back to the first one and finish it. Now we're going to roll it out into a 20 centimeter round. Gently. We are rolling them all out and then going to cook them because they cook quickly. We want them all to be ready at the same time. So that's them all done now. They're all 20 centimeters or 8 inches in diameter. There you go. And now we're going to dry fry them on either a cast iron or a heavy bottom frying pan. So you lift one, brush off all the excess flour, and let's cook it. So we cook it for 40 seconds on one side. Nothing will happen just yet. It will just slightly color. So 40 seconds, now we're turning it over. Another 40 seconds. See, just a light charring, but nothing much happened yet. After 40 seconds, we'll turn it again and then the magic will start. So 40 seconds, turning it, and now we cook it for 1 minute. And now it will start puffing up. So it literally becomes a balloon. And now we're turning it over. This big boy, and cook it for 1 minute and then it's ready. That's it, it's ready. Look at that. We're now going to brush it with butter on both sides. A second one. 40 seconds, and then 1 minute, 1 minute. So this is the last one done. We will now let it cool a little bit. And then we'll give it a try. So that's them cooled down, and now I'm going to cut it in half and show you what it looks like inside. Take a look at that. You can put anything in it. You can put a whole roast chicken in it. It's super, I hope you can see that, how incredibly soft and fluffy it is. So we've prepared some things to enjoy it with, and that's what we're gonna do. So I've got some Turkish cheese in here, which I'm going to put in, and some hummus, and some roasted vegetables, and I think cucumbers, these mini cucumbers and tomatoes will just hold in our hands and crunch it. Thank you for watching this episode of Culinary Haven. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, bye!